Well, hi, Earth signs. How you guys doing? I just feel like it's early. I kind of want you all close to me today for some reason. I'm feeling the need to have it be like a very intimate kind of experience here. Um, let's see where we go. I did a reading this morning about finding your calling, spiritual calling that is happening for people. Also, just want to let you know, thank you for all the notes. Yes, we are doing the North Node workshop again. That's happening January 22nd. So I'll put a link below if you want to join that. That is about how to find the work you're here to do on this planet through your astrology chart. Okay, so Earth sign. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Let's see where we go here. All right. Oh my goodness. I've been shuffling for quite a while. Wombat spirit, be at home. That showed up in the fire sign reading, I believe. Ah. Elephant spirit. Learn from the past. The elephants are the transmitter of history. You might be somebody who is going to be called upon to do that. Grasshopper, take a leap of faith. You may be called upon to do that. I want to, let's see, I want to read you a little bit from the elephant. Really is the keeper of all of the knowledge, historic knowledge of a society. And learning from the past in your relationships, learning from the past in everything that you do. Although we often wish we could leave the past behind, elephant spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions they have shaped to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. What has come before informs what we are experiencing today. And we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant spirit appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that which came before, and learn from it. All of us are memory-based creatures, and we must revisit the past to understand where we're going. Elephant spirit is here to encourage you to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power and dignity, for you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from your past. Spirit rejoices at your willingness to learn and grow. You ever come across those people who are incapable of adding new information? So I know somebody I've known for my whole entire life. I met them when I was 15, and to them I'm that 15-year-old person, for better for worse. You know, like the sprite, the innocent girl, and also the selfish teenager. And that has been a help and a hindrance in that relationship over the course of my life. Mostly a hindrance, though, because someone who is incapable of incorporating new information is somebody who is determined to hold you in the past and not let things change. And that's a loser's bet, right? Learning from the past is a different thing. This is where you are. Learning from the past is something that is powerful, as we just heard. That will allow you to take leaps of faith, that will feel like you will feel your own power. And also learning from the past, those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. Those who don't even know history are doomed to repeat it, because they will not have learned the lessons that have already been learned by humanity. You are here to be that elephant spirit. When we go through this transom, when we go through this choke point of things changing on this planet in a spiritual way, there's something coming that is going to be a big shift. And one of your things that you're going to be called upon is to remember. Remember the things that have happened. remember how they came out. That's going to be one of your tasks. Yeah. Between worlds. You bet we are. You have an important role to play. Soulmates. Soulmates within your community, but telling the truth. Telling the truth about things. So you and a soulmate are going to be tasked with remembering history. That's a very important thing. Let me use this. That's a very important thing, and it should not be forgotten. It should absolutely not be forgotten. So this is also the history of society, of community, of how, relation, everything is being upended right now. You're feeling it, right? Every kind of structure, every kind of 20th century belief system, everything is being upended, for better, for worse, right? It has to happen in order to engage a new kind of belief, a new kind of, we all will share some kind of belief system for having going through whatever we're going through right now. You are going to be called upon, this is one part of your mission, to be the memory of this society. You and a soulmate will be telling the truth. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, meticulous detail. Queen of Cups, I'm just going to lay this out and then we'll talk about it. Queen of Cups, Sun, Magician. 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Wow. I feel like you're connected to a Leo or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio who is becoming a magician. Okay? You could also be you both are becoming a magician together. They're offering you love, you're offering them practicality or the historic. Okay, this is a very traditional kind of relationship, and things are going to be upended. Okay, things are, the way we're doing things on this planet are going to be upended. This person is bringing joy and light. You guys both together are bringing joy and light. This is you here. 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. It's almost like a countdown. 10, 9. Okay? 9 of Wands, 9 days, 10 days here till the new beginning. Ace of Wands. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Big change. So the two of you together, I feel like this is almost like you're building a fortress. Noah's Ark. You're building something that is protecting things that need to be brought forward into this relationship. You're protecting traditional ways of doing things. You're listening to the messages of your ancestors and bringing that forward. There's some big disruption. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. Other people trying to manipulate you guys, trying to manipulate you. You're feeling it. You guys together, 8 of Wands. So 8, 9, 10 of Wands. Ace, 5. So 2 5s here. This is a challenge. This is a challenge to an old way of doing things. Okay, a challenge to an old way of doing things. 10 of Cups, Hanged Man, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, 7 of Wands. So you might have been resisting changing things up for a long time. Okay, you may have been very stable. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Okay, you might be trying to beat off other people, push off other people who are trying to knock you off your mountain here. But you have a mission. Okay, so 10 of Cups, Hanged Man, Ace of Pentacles. Your mission is, should you choose to accept it, is seeing love, seeing relationships, seeing family relationships in a new way so you can walk through that gate. It's a gate card. You're defending some old traditions. Earth sign. There's somebody sitting in my driveway. You're defending old traditions. And there is this new beginning coming. I feel like, who are you dealing with? A Leo or a water sign, okay? But the Magician has everything they need. You are speaking the truth passionately. Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Eight of Cups. Yeah, there is a departure. We're moving away. So this is sort of like a little bit childish here. A little bit childish. I feel like you could be taking good care of yourself. Could be resisting love up until now. This person shows up in your life and you're walking a new path together. Okay? They're the Magician. All right? I feel like you're going to know this right off. So your job here is to hold on to the story of where we've come from, but in your enlightenment that's coming, it's going to be, see that information in a new way. See how we did relationships in the past. You know, they haven't been very successful, right? A lot of people are in unhappy relationships. So your job here is going to be about moving people. Your experience here with this new person is going to be showing them the light about a new way of looking at marriage, a new way of looking at love, a new way of looking at things rooted in ancestral past. So for example, they're gone now. For example, hundreds of years ago and thousands of years ago, and in tribal, when we were more tribal, we lived together. So grandparents and parents and children, we all shared the same house, hut, whatever you want to call it. We all shared the same living space. And that was a real benefit to the new generation because they were learning from their ancestors, right? So when would happen, right? Because usually the parental, the adult part of that relationship is very much attuned or interested in protecting that youth, protecting that child, protecting that. And so a lot of times that's where the adult and child can butt heads, because the adult's job is to protect and the child's job is to expand. And the most important piece of this, if grandparents are involved, is that they have certain amount of removal from that grandchild, but they also have a bigger view, a non-fear-based view. Most grandparents, in my view, have this much more open, much more philosophical, they see how life unfolds kind of thing. And adults can sometimes be afraid for a child moving out into the world. And so grandparents sometimes, sort of smooth that over. That's why it's great to have older parents, and grandparents. So, and the adults too, to have their parents around while they're raising children. It does sort of smooth things over. And I feel like you're going to be acting as a wise elder. Okay, in some kind of connection here. I feel like this person who's coming on your path could have children, or could be, even a grandparent at this stage of their life, and you're bringing a lot of tribal knowledge to this situation. You're going to be, there's some love relationship that is coming on your path that is going to be a model for other people. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so if you want to continue on and see where we go with this, the link is below for you.